started at a small scale by Mr. Chandrasekhar of PSSM. It has graduated into Buddha CEO Meditation Foundation. It has attracted thousands and thousands of people around the world, and it has proved to be a great success. We are very grateful to Patriji for realizing the value of this and perfecting it.
Pranams to our Maha Patriji. The Buddha CEO Foundation will bring new life to the entire people of the country and abroad about the meditation. I wish to congratulate Mr. Chandra, Vani Madam, and all the mentors, all the masters who have done a great job in propagating the meditation.
This satsang should continue, and the Buddha CEO Foundation should go to a greater level. See that all age groups of people, the youngsters, the children, the senior citizens. So when we perfect an individual, the society gets perfect. And our immense gratitude to Chandra and Vani for taking this forward as a yajna. Namaskar.
Meditation is actually, it looks so simple, but it is the most important practice. I thank again Buddha CEO Foundation and Chandra Garu and Vani Garu.
Meditation is a process to gain whatever that we can dream about and to remove any limitations that we're setting on ourselves which stops us from realizing that dream. That we elevate ourselves to become the dreamers and then to completely remove the limitation that what we think we are is a limited being to a totally unlimited being.
After all the meditation, all the sharing with masters, it was to spread meditation around the world. So that was a very, very strong motivation. And then of course to keep enjoying life.
My great pranams to Brahmarshi Patriji and Swarnamala Madam, who are really constantly teaching us to, guiding us to going in a better and the best and great path in our life.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon and a wonderful evening. Trying to get it close. The goals of meditation is to make us become unpredictable. When you become unpredictable, when you stop looking for things, then things happen. Because the quantum field is unpredictable. An electron that is sitting in a field is unpredictable. However, you don't know when it jumps from one orbit to another. It's called a possibility. It's a random possibility. If there are infinite experiences in a field, we'll understand this a little bit scientifically on Monday. If there are infinite possibilities, so we can gain any possibility called miracle in our life when we become unpredictable. We stop looking for it, make it very, very predictable. We don't make it predictable. That means when we sit in meditation, we say, today I'm going to see something right now because yesterday it was like this and today I'm going to be better than that. That is associating our past experience and saying, I'm going to be like that, a little better, even better. We come here with a zero mind every day as if it is a fresh new day. That meditation getting in is a new meditation. You introduced it first time. The change is difficult. Initially, change appears to be tough. Robin Sharma said, change is difficult in the beginning, messy in the middle, or beautiful in the end. So we are looking, of course, there are some who come here for exploring because there is some change that you can see. You heard message that meditation can fundamentally alter the way we live. Every time we hear from somebody that I change myself, now I think different, I live different. So fundamentally, there is a change that deep inside we all are seeking. It starts with exploration. Some already are convinced, but they want to proceed on the path. But either way, the change initially is tough because the body is already subconsciously got already or unconsciously got used to something, to be in a certain way, to feel in a certain way every day. Suppose I have an illness, then we are already very, very used over the years. Over the years, at the very sight of a pain or a little bit of discomfort, already project the pain, already bring out that emotion of feeling that victimized or feeling that helplessness, already bring it up within no time because we are so deeply taken that over years. We experience it, and so we feel either victimized, we already are feeling. Before we realize that a small discomfort towards it moves us to that state. And when we move into that state, that feeling is strongly there in our body, that helplessness is there. So then we are used to be living in that way, and so in the way we respond to situations in that instant, to people and places, is the same every day. I can't do, try to have this thing. I have it, so why are you asking me again? It's not possible for me to do it. Before we realize, we are automatically responding because subconsciously we are so, the body is digested that emotion, that feeling, that familiarity of that particular illness. And so when we are with it, but deep inside, and every time there is an inspiration, you feel like, I want to change. How long can I be dependent on it? I want to heal this. I want to get over my anger. I want to get over my financial mess. There is that vision, goal is there, but then we are not a lot of times being able to move forward because of these subconscious programs, which just make us feel comfortable with a certain way, certain things that we're doing. It makes us feel very comfortable. We are good with the way we're living. We don't realize many a time that we are already in a state of helplessness because we got used to so that we feel that's reality. People may be feeling guilty all the time because they feel they're not doing it right, or they've done something wrong to somebody, and so then that is because of them somebody is in this state. Feel guilty all the time. But you get so used to that guilt emotion that you feel that this is real, this is how it's going to be, life is going to be. We don't even see that it's guilt, we don't even see that it's helplessness. We just see it as a matter of fact. You're entitled to it now because you're helpless, and so people should come and then do that thing for you. We don't recognize it, and so that becomes a new reality automatically. And so when we see that as your reality, it's difficult to come out of it. You see, hey, this is how it is. Yes, it's not possible for me to get through it. So I'm looking for you guys to just support me. That's it. And so when it is reality, when it is not a shortcoming, then we are saying that this is how the life should be, and then so we are in it. So every time subconscious programs are kicking and operating, that change becomes difficult. But then what is the way to do it? And even this practice of meditation, when we come here, meditation is helping us change in all ways. Now, when we come in and sit down, it doesn't feel right because there's no way you want to sit down for 30 minutes of your time or 40 minutes of your time. Sitting and observing a breath. Thoughts will come, all kinds of stuff. The pain, that income, discomfort, that financial issues, that relationship issues, all of them keep coming. And so when they come, body already wants to behave in a certain way. It wants to, go and judge so many people around because of the reason why you are in this financial situation. Or you want to go and then feel the same discomfort, same helplessness again, and then start rehearsing what I'm going to do as soon as I get up from this. Because of this discomfort, because the body is already kicking those emotions, the moment you sit down and then a small memory comes, it's already gotten used to it. And so it makes it difficult for us to sit down, do nothing, and stay away from that emotion, stay away from that thought. It's going to happen. It's going to be the most difficult thing for us to do it, especially if you are starting new. And say, I just cannot stop thinking because we're so used to feeling that emotion underlying it. We have to sit through this. Now, every day, if you take an inspiring decision, and then that's why we are in a larger group here, and say if there is a youngster is able to do it, and then if somebody is able to do it, and then I can do it. And if we take an inspired decision, and then the reason we go to conferences where you see a lot of people doing the same thing, and then you get inspiration there. Alone we make a decision, but when we go together in a large thing, and then you see many things, you read a great book, get inspired. But we need to make every attempt to look at the opportunities where we can be inspired, and then make an inspired decision that day about yourself, that I am making this change for myself. And then you're making a commitment to yourself, and then also better yet commit to the people around you. That inspired decision has to be much far greater in emotion than the way you think and feel normally. I'm doing it, I'm jumping, and then I'm doing it, I'm sitting down and doing it. Because if Rajiv said that everything has changed for him, and then he feels so good in life now, no matter, the situations are same, still the same yesterday and today, but then now you start feeling about the same situations differently. That financial situation does not bother, that health issue does not bother me anymore. And we make a strong, deep, inspired decision. It's called intent. When we create a strong intent for ourselves and say, I'm going to look through this, I'm going to be with it, and make that inspired decision with excitement, the same level of excitement people around you are talking. Then we add to that this meditation that we are going to do, and then we are trying to break the habit of going back to our old self. And so initially, meditation is so difficult. But meditation, if we can continue to do this, where we empty ourselves every day, when we empty ourselves in our thought and feeling, and so then you're deconditioning the body. That body is so conditioned for every slight of a thought or a memory that comes back to that emotion. That emotion is telling you to just become restless, feel low. And so it is trying to tell you in many ways to stop the meditation itself. Hey, it's okay, quit it. It's not for you. I don't feel good. It tells you don't feel good because you're already used to a certain level of emotion based on the thought. And we need to, if we can make an inspired decision and sit through this, recognizing that fact, sit through this, because 300 other people are sitting here in that meditation. If we can sit through and then break that initial barrier. What is master so far, where we are conditioned, where the body is a master, we want to change that. And so we become the master of it and say, sitting down. I love the way Vidya Madam said it in that video that she talked about. She said, look, my meditation is important to me for the next 1 hour. Don't disturb me. Don't come back to me. The point is that when we are trying to change the level of the emotion that his body is used to, is always telling you to be a certain way. You feel that helplessness suddenly. My illness is not going to support this at all. Because that helplessness, as a way, is creeped into the entire subconscious fully, that it is going to say in everything you do, just helpless. Oh, there's no way my illness is going to support it. There's no way that people are around me. I'm a victim here. I'm just the victim of life. And so one more change for me is not possible, because you've gotten so used to playing the victim card in every situation. When an opportunity comes and when people say something and say, I'm such an unlucky person, that's just, people have bullied me in the whole life. How is this going to happen for me again? One more thing. It's not. We've already used to behaving certain way. And so the same thing will come even from meditation. Good things for me? That's not possible. That's why all these things come. Thoughts are coming. My old memories are coming to stop me. So that's fine. I feel the way I am before is good. And so you get up out of the meditation, you go back to old self, go back to behave exactly what we were. I don't feel comfortable in this meditation because I don't know what's happening to me. I feel so restless, and I'm just, anyway, my illness is not supporting my body. Anyway, it doesn't support. So don't push me. Don't force me. We got to make an inspired decision, dear friends. And when we are looking to observe a breath every day, and then when you're looking to observe a breath, when we are going empty, we are deconditioned. We're staying away from those feelings and memories for that longer time. It's going to do a lot of good. You're resisting in that moment. You are resisting by observing your breath, You're not really resisting there. You're sort of moving your attention onto something else. There are these two types of techniques. So when we say, you just simply witness to the thought and feeling that comes to you. Second is, the school of thought is that you move your attention away to something else, and that is our breath. That's what we're doing. Gautam Buddha discovered this technique, and he found it to be the most profound and simple. If Gautam Buddha is equal to meditation, then we're following this technique. That we observe the breath. When the distractions come and the disease, the discomfort is there in the body. But then we are moving our attention away from all of that into the breath, observing the breath. And then we do that slowly. When we go into that empty state, then we are disconnecting completely from that conditioned memory in the body, that conditioned thought and feeling and all of that. They all come from the past. We're disengaging from the past, and we're sitting there for some time. And that is the place of creation. When you disengage from everything, there's a place of creation because the quantum field of possibilities. And so there, whatever we put our intention, whatever we see it in, it is gaining a lot of momentum because it doesn't have a baggage. You're disconnected from the past. The baggage is saying, I don't know, my life is going to be uncertain if I take this risk. I don't think it is possible anymore, because that's what the past memory, you're saying my health is no way it can be healed. In fact, you've gotten so used to feeling victimized, feeling helpless, you don't want to go out of it. That's called going out of the comfort zone. And so that baggage is there to change. But in meditation, there's no baggage, because you're disconnected from the past. There's no baggage. And so out of no baggage, in that place, when we start seeding intentions that I'm healing, I'm doing this, I'm growing my business, I'm landing this great promotion, whatever that is, I'm knowing myself, I'm discovering myself, I'm understanding my purpose. Everything that you see in intention is going to come true, dear friends. So we got to hold on to it. There is a book by Jeff Carrera, The No Problem Way of Meditating. You can read that book to give some ideas. And read this book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. Breaking the habit of being yourself. We all are being certain way in certain situations, and then we want to break out. And so this class that we came in here, because we heard about meditation doing great things for some way or the other. And so then we can hold on to this, knowing fully that our body and mind is not going to cooperate with us until the time we become the master. We recognize that part. And then stay in, and absolutely we're going to go through this transitioning period for a few weeks. Now, our environment is going to condition constantly. We are going through this 40-day program because many of us said regularity is missing, lack of regularity. The environment is constantly coming to us, influencing us. It's going to take time. If 30 years is what it's taken to get you where you are today in the way you feel and think, then can't we give 6 months' time? Can't we give 12 months' time to see the change that we want? Why would we give up 3 months later? Oh, I tried 2 40-day programs and I still didn't see a change, so I want to give up. Because we're going back to thinking and behaving the old way, because it's taken 10, 20, 30 years to condition that way. And so it would require a little bit of time to change. Because we have a proof now, because everybody here, many people can watch you for this, that because you stayed through the meditation, even though it was tougher, you pulled yourself up every time you saw the flyer came back. And because I stayed through the meditation, and a year later, now those of you meditating, I have said it again and again that my life is different now. Let's go into meditation once again, dear friends. And then today, we'll understand how meditation, if a changing of mindset, and how meditation is helping us heal our body. Stress is the #1 reason for causing most of the illnesses. How meditation scientifically eliminating the stress pretty easily so that we get that good night's sleep, first thing that gets impacted, and many more things. So we'll do that session after the meditation. So relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. We're observing our normal natural breath. The meditation technique of practice is called breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to stay in the empty state of mind as much as possible. Our goal is to slowly empty the mind of all thoughts. Empty the mind of all thoughts is our goal. Now, if we empty the mind of all thoughts, then we will be in the empty state of mind. It is a goal. It does not mean that we are going to be in the state of empty mind for the whole duration of the meditation. A lot of people have been asking this question and saying, I'm not able to empty the mind. It is becoming very tough. And so then I feel restless. The goal is to get there. Does not mean that you are there on day 1. You may not be there on day 20,000. Go figure how many years it is. It may not even be that way. But we have to sincerely attempt to empty our mind. And then the magic, the benefit, and all the grandeur gifts of meditation start happening just by making that attempt to be emptying our mind. Not necessarily to be in the total empty state of mind. That can happen, may not happen. That's an automatic process, not in our hand. When we become totally empty is not in our hand. What is in our hand is that observing the breath to become empty. And when there is a thought, bringing the attention back to the breath. This is in our hand. Right now. Observing the breath to become empty. When there is a thought, when you recognize, attention back to the breath is in our hand. And that's all we worry about. That's all we think about. That's all we do. Are we empty? I'm not empty, so I'm not sure, and then it's not happening. I don't feel this, I don't feel that. It is immaterial. Immaterial for meditation process. So our goal, dear friends, is to observe the breath. Sit comfortably with your fingers into fingers, eyes closed, and then resting your hands in your lap. Cross your feet at ankle and observe your natural breath anywhere on the nose. Take as a reference point and observe breath in and breath out. That is there already happening. No manipulation of the breath, no pranayama. You're simply observing that natural breath. Whatever that may be. It may be very fast. First time you're noticing anxious, if you're feeling anxiety, it's going to be so fast and slow. It's very irregular breath. but notice it. It's okay. Doesn't matter which nostril, notice it, observe it. It is there, you know it, and observe it. And observe the breath slowly, mind is empty. As the mind is empty, we are allowing ourselves to be in that state. Sometime later thoughts will come. And so when thoughts are coming, you don't recognize that you've been dreaming and thinking about the thought. After 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, you might be suddenly knowing, oh, I'm thinking. Attention back to the breath again observe. Pretty simple, right? That's it. No analysis, no judgment on yourself, just because you thought for the next 30 minutes. Make it simple, otherwise you make it very heavy, right? Because the only thing required is to be sincerely attempting to observe the breath. And if we are in thought again, bring the attention back to the breath whenever you recognize it, right, friends? Called breath mindfulness meditation. We're going to do this. And before we go in, we're practicing a simple process called heart elevation. On our day 2, explain this process. Those of you new can go back and listen to the day 2 videos. And to understand it, but very simple, you can just follow my guidance in meditation how to do this. So a few minutes of heart elevation process. And then we go into the breath mindfulness meditation. Relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably. Your eyes closed. Relax your body. Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart, and can you feel that beautiful heart? Feel your heart center, the beat, the rhythm of your heart. The center of your life experiences, the center, your primary connection into this quantum field of energy. Which is helping life thrive, whether it's emotions of love, joy, gratitude, compassion. Feel it. Recollect that experience of love, of joy, of gratitude from your past or from your present. and relive that moment and elevate yourself. Relive that moment of love, of joy, and feel that energy. The more we elevate ourselves with these higher emotions, the more we become coherent with all things and everybody. And allow yourself to direct that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth to be received by the needy. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. With that greater intention to heal that energy, be certain is touching the lives of all around this planet. Feel it. Allow yourself to experience that emptiness, that blackness, void inside of you, all around you. When we empty our mind of all thought, we move away from the matter, your body, your environment. And we experience that greater emptiness, that consciousness. Merge into your breath. Merge into that emptiness inside of you, all around you. All emptiness is energy. This is the field of endless possibilities and opportunities. The longer you stay aware of it, of this emptiness, the more you receive from it. Stay aware of this endless depth of this emptiness, that blackness, spreading far and wide. Merge into your breath. Merge into the emptiness of yourself. you stay connected to this field of unlimited. The more possibilities you draw into your life, relax your body, feel your body, and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then may open your eyes. Okay, friends. Hope you enjoyed this session. Getting better. Get a handle on the process day by day. The new research is showing that it's our intention which is causing the creation. So we have to constantly intend, no matter what the current experience is, constantly intend for the future. If you intend while you're happy, then it's even great. You're sending that intention with the right emotion. All right, friends. If thoughts create reality, the thoughts are also, and the feelings are also interfering in the functioning of the body. So meditation must naturally stop that interference into the body, and hence the body has a greater well-being, great health. Stress is nothing but all those unwanted, anxious, worrisome thoughts. Mostly, there is physical stress, of course, there is all kinds of food we eat, there is chemically we also affecting the body. Physically, of course, we're affecting the body, but the big part of this thing is the mental stress, things that are caused through the thoughts that we are thinking. Chemical stress, the junk food we take, or things, there's so much of pesticide, all of that goes in unknowingly, knowingly. With more awareness, we can fix that. With more awareness and more alertness, we can fix that. Physical stress, a lot of times we may not be able to avoid it. We only need to figure out a way to get through it. Suddenly a fire alarm. There is a fire alarm, so we got to run. There's an animal coming in, we got to run or fight. Physical stress, when things come dangerous physically, then we need to figure out a way to get through it. Because a lot of times it is not long lasting. If it's long lasting, then continue to fight and continue to run away. What do we do in a physical stress situation? One of these two. Either we deal with it physically, or we go away from it. But the mental stress, which is fundamentally caused by all the thoughts that we think over and over and over again, is causing, and each of these stresses always causes the body to move. We are interfering with the body's functioning. It moves the body out of balance. The body is beautifully working with trillions of cell operations going. Every second it's producing 1 million cells, leave alone the blood cells. There's million cells in the body are getting generated. Every second 1 million cells are going away. There is a lot of intricate detail going in the body, which is taken for so granted. But it's functioning. And the thought and feeling that we are constantly thinking about living off of the past or worries are constantly interfering into the body. The body is functioning. So stress is with the thoughts we keep thinking. Now, let's look at physical stress. What happens? Let me put it aside. When we say stress, what happens to the body in the stress mode? And then how our incessant thoughts And then the feelings of the past are causing real damage to the body. There are various reasons why we feel the stress in the body. One of the reasons is always trying to be satisfying others, and then always taking that we are finger pointing. People point all the time about you are the one, you are the one. Try to maintain a level of image protection, and then people may not be that good to us, or for various reasons there is this whole interaction that are happening with the environment is causing significant stress. When we don't meet certain expectations by ourselves, we cause ourselves a lot of stress because we keep thinking, I'm not good enough. I'm not satisfying my family, neither am I satisfying my people at an office. Feeling that guilt, feeling that we are short of everything, and then having that stressful thought going again and again. And thoughts go in, the feelings go in, they're producing a certain level of chemical that is harmful chemicals into the body. But there is a good reason why the body is designed to support itself when it is stressful. So when there is a physical stress, which is what is known to people who are not mentally stressed out. Suppose you're sitting in an ashram, you've gone there, and you have given up everything. You're sitting there because you realize that's your purpose, to just go and sit in nature and then be in nature. There is little stress out there, provided you already got into that point. In your evolution, you got to that point, then there's a little stress out there because nothing to think. If there is a simple life, there's nothing to worry about too much. In a physical stress situation, let's understand this. In a physical stress situation, which is the only thing that existed in the past, because people are living naturally, people are not worried about past or future and just living the life as it comes. So the only thing that existed for them is the physical stress. No chemical stress, no mental stress in the physical. The dangers could always be there. You're living in nature, you're living in villages, you're living near to the forest, so animals could come. I don't know, something suddenly physical can happen. And so when the stress is there and the body is responding to it, because it needs to protect itself. When there is stress, body responds to protect itself. Very, very intelligent. So our body is designed to handle this physical stress beautifully, because it is possible that there can be floods, there can be fire, there can be animals, there can be things that can come in, sudden unexpected stuff can happen. And so it needs to protect physically. I'm talking about physically protect. As soon as there is a stressful condition triggered through the environment, and often the stress physical means it is coming through an environment. When there is a trigger coming through an environment of an imminent danger, which puts the body into a stressful situation, but it is taking that's called good stress, because now what it is doing is it's activating this sympathetic nervous system. Nervous system is the one which is required for us to be alert and active, and that is the one that we use in our daytime when we're actually working on a project deadline, we're actually delivering a speech, we're actually responding to a issue that is there either at home. Suddenly the plumbing lights go off, and then so you need to go and then work on it. You need to be active, alert to get this problem resolved. And so the sympathetic nervous system is about engaging in life. And so it activates it, which is great. Now, the way the body is designed is that the sympathetic nervous system, while it's activated, that is the time it is utilizing all the energy to do the work, to respond, to create things. And this physical danger suppose a dog chasing at us and then is coming there, the physical danger is there for a moment, for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and so the body is actually engaged. And that engagement is trying to resolve the issue. So in this case, physically, so fight or flight, it's called one of those two modes, depending on what is the current situation. So you try to resolve. In order to do that, you need extra energy. So when this sympathetic nervous system is activated with a condition that where there is a danger coming into the body, it needs an extra energy to fight. So the extra energy, extra blood supply is given to the legs and hands. And then the eyesight is getting better, suddenly dilated the pupils so that you don't get distracted with everything that you see. So normally you have a big view, but then in a stressful situation, your eyesight is focused and narrowed so that you can be focused on that condition that you're there. And so many more things happen to protect ourselves. And then let's say in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, that condition is gone. There is this fire situation, you're going out pretty quickly. And so in 2 minutes, you're out of the building, vacated, so you're good. If you're able to save yourself like that, then you're good. So then the body, then suddenly, because the need to respond in high alert mode is gone, so it comes back to a normal state, which is where the parasympathetic nervous system, the other system, which is bringing it back into balance to work again on itself, to do those operations very cleanly, neatly, without causing imbalance from one system to the other. So the cell operations come back to normal. It's like, in a 100 people in a call center, all doing calls. The moment fire alarm comes, everybody drops what they're doing. Everybody goes out. And then only this total chaos there goes out. And then when things resume, then you come back and then get back to normalcy, right? That normalcy is important so that you get your business going. Saying the body has to come back to normalcy so that it can get itself repaired, get itself rejuvenated again. And then do what it requires to do so that it readies for your next experience, right? So now, dear friends, in this process, there are these chemicals called cortisol and adrenaline is dumped into the body. Now, these are many chemicals like this, and the most prominent ones are these two, which are keeping our body highly alert, which are also interfering in many ways with many systems, because anytime you need extra, when you have an extra dose of these chemicals, there's always an impact. So this cortisol and adrenaline, when they're dumped, they're keeping us highly alert and active. So they're also, which means that in case let's say you're working on a very important issue, and so you need to stay alert through the night. You cannot sleep. So you need something. Cortisol is helping you do that. It needs you to stay, makes you alert, it makes you awake, keeps you awake. While it is good, now when you have this mental stress, where we constantly thinking over and over again about how you missed the mark yesterday, and so then what happened in the review meeting yesterday, and so then you carry that again and again and say how you fell short of it, and say what a wasteful thing it is for you that your life is difficult now, I don't know, it's waste. You feel so, you don't feel good about yourself, just judging yourself, or how others are commenting on you. You feel you judging them, and they're just constantly bothering you. So when we are thinking, when you're carrying in mental stress, when you're carrying these thoughts also like that again and again, then also we are causing the same chemical to be produced. The mind does not know when it receives an external signal or it is receiving an internal signal of feeling, and then thought over and again, over and over, causing it to feel certain way. And so it is producing the same level of chemicals called mental stress, thinking over things again and again and again, not letting them go. So the constant worries, the constant reliving of past traumatic experiences are constantly producing the same chemicals that we go through in a physical stress situation. A physical stress is resolved in a few minutes. That danger condition is resolved in a few minutes, so you're good, back to normal. Whereas this mental stress, which we do not know, is not resolved. It is going through for days, months, weeks. And so when it is doing that, dear friends, when these chemicals are there in the body, the reason the chemicals are there in the body in a stressful situation is to give that physical support to the body to protect or fight or flight. But the same thing happening when you're moving the body into the stressful fight or flight mode, just through your thought, just through that feeling, then you're moving into a stressful situation, into a fight and flight mode, which means it is giving that extra supply of energy into certain parts of the body like legs and hands. But then in order to get that extra supply, it has to bring from somewhere. The body is imbalanced in the way it supplies these resources. And so it gives more to your legs and hands, and then it cuts off or reduces to everything that's not required, that to deal with a stressful condition. So your digestive system doesn't have to work great when you're trying to protect yourself from fire. Or when you're trying to protect yourself from a dog or a snake that is there. Your digestive system does not have to work. Your hormonal glands, they don't have to work. They don't have to work. Your sexual reproduction systems don't have to work. You don't have to have a lot of those feelings at that time. Recreation does not have to be there because we first have to protect ourselves. So many systems in our body get less supply of resources and then more going towards physical protection because that's what the body is designed for. And so when we hold on to this stressful thought, stressful feelings, thinking, brooding over things again and again, we send the body into the same fight or flight mode. That means we are doing a great disservice to the body because then it is constantly supplying less to your brain, your heart area, your sexual gland area, or digestive systems, many things that are not required. All of them are not getting adequate resources. Who cares about immunity when you're stressful? Body does not care about immunity when you're stressful. And so then with regular thinking, regular worrying, regular thinking about past things, our worries and anxieties are moving the body into fight or flight mode, causing valuable resources to be cut off from many, many systems of the body. And so then migraines come, failures, decision making is poor, immunity challenges come, digestive issues come, that heartburn, everything from, indigestion to all kinds of stuff is there. Hormonal imbalances come because thyroid gland doesn't bother. Why should I bother about thyroid gland functioning when I'm trying to protect myself? So all of those that's why many lifestyle disorders are happening with the stress. What is the way out? To disengage. Things are happening, but disengage from the past. Can I disengage from what happened yesterday in my office and what happened 3 months ago where that close family member was no longer there? Can I disengage from that memory, from that experience? When we disengage, then we don't brood over it. We think about it again and again, say, friends. So we need to disengage from the past pretty quickly, or the worries of the future quickly. So meditation is helping us fundamentally do that. The modern life is causing us to be in this fight or flight mode for too often, too long. And then meditation is helping us to lower the stress because it helps us to slowly bring into the present. Once it brings us into the present by not letting us worry about the past or the future, by simply disconnecting from the past experiences slowly and slowly. And so then automatically the body is brought back to this homeostasis balanced state automatically. And so then most of the illnesses that are there, they disappear automatically. This is what we're calling that our thought process is interfering into the body's natural functioning, first step. And the more you think about saying that, okay, now once you get illnesses through the stressful situation, the more you think about and say, I cannot sleep. My body doesn't say, there's no way I can sleep. It's just not possible for me. The more you say that feeling, and there is something called your intentions, your thoughts and feelings, going and programming your genes, which is epigenetics now, that is understood. the more we move into the situations and causing a newer signal to the body cells, making them now down-regulate, and so slowly the stressful conditions become more and more permanent, because the genes also respond to the way we think and feel. So what is caused as a temporary illness becomes slowly over a period of time permanent into the body. And what do you say permanent? When the body genes don't produce sufficient protein to repair the cells that are dying regularly. And so a problem in a liver or a kidney due to the stress, and slowly becomes more and more permanent due to the way we think and feel. So fundamentally, when we regularly meditate, almost always, and many illnesses are gone, because people first disengage from the stress, from the stressful thinking. Within a few days, suddenly we are coming out of the stressful thinking, and so automatically everyone is saying that my sleep has gotten better. Almost a week later, many people have said it. My digestion has gotten better. I no longer worry about this. My migraine headaches are gone. My immunity is higher, so I don't fall sick as often. Many people have said they don't fall, that asthmatic conditions, or the allergic conditions, are the colds and the daily colds and then fever. Many things are coming less and less. And so, dear friends, stress is removed, and then meditation is fundamentally helping us to become very healthy. In another session, we'll understand the epigenetic concept of that signal that is going into the cells, how they're causing the genes to down-regulate or up-regulate. If our thoughts can change the way a body can function, one is to non-interfere, which is by removing all unwanted thought. But second is to change the way we think and feel about our body health, and so that we can program our body to start regenerating things, tissue, regenerating the proteins, and so then it can build a few things to develop the greater health further, things that we felt cannot be healed at all. That cartilage challenge, because of which all the arthritis that are there, problem. If you hurt yourself long ago and said, okay, now that ankle is gone, so it cannot be repaired, so you got to live lifelong, there is a possibility that we can repair this and then bring back the tissue in there, so that you start healing. Now, I used to have a chronic backache significantly due to an issue in the lumbar level, lower level. Now this has become a thing of the past. I do know that it is fully healed. I do know that it's healed. It's because the way you think and feel about your health definitely moves the body to a state to repair itself, because you're seeking a higher experience. I'm seeking travel all around the world. My body needs to support me. I'm seeking travel into the nature to go and then do this trekking. So body needs to support me. It knows it. It needs to move into a state where it can support me in doing what I'm wishing to do, because through thought creates. That's epigenetics and how the body is responding. We'll understand this in another session. So thank you very much. I believe that was, is Ratnavel there?
Yes, sir.
Can you talk about the book clubs? I think you wanted to make an announcement today.
Yes, sir. Good morning, friends.
Where is
Ratnavel?
Not there?
Yes, Ratnavel is available, sir.
Can you talk about book clubs, please?
Yes.
Very good morning, sir. It's a wonderful meditation. Thank you so much. And dear friends and masters, congratulations for completing the day 5 of this program, Prosperity. And as part of this program, we have a book club session, which runs on Monday and Wednesday. And for this book club season, there are 2 books has been selected. And these 2 books will have the sessions in the morning and evening. So the first book is actually The Mind to Matter, as you can see in my background. So this book club, this Mind to Matter will be discussed in the morning session, and the timing is 8:15 a.m. IST to 9:15 a.m. IST in the morning session. And the same book will be discussed in the evening, that is at the time 8 p.m. IST to 9 p.m. IST, and these two sessions will be independent of each other. So if your time suits for the morning session, you can attend, or if your time suits for your evening session, you can attend. This is related to the Mind to Matter book. And the second book that we are going to speak about on this book club is Living with Himalayan Masters. This is really wonderful book where Swami Rama talks about this the journey, and as Chandra mentioned in a couple of days before, the fear factor, which has really impacted me as well. So this book, again, the same timing, morning and evening. So morning is 8:15 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. and evening session is on at 8 p.m. IST to 9 p.m. IST. So these two books will be discussed on this, and there will be total 5 sessions in this 6 weeks of program. And every week, one session will be there. That is one book per one session, morning and evening. Okay, and we have book club speakers who will be actually speaking about, take out the rest of this every chapter and then talk about this book club. And shall we introduce book clubs? Yes.
We have the facilitators?
Yes, sir. We have book club facilitators.
We'll do the introduction tomorrow.
Sure. So that's it on the book club. Please do join. And book club is a really wonderful way that you can connect to that and cherish in the power of wisdom and the experience sharing, and then the wisdom sharing that will happen in the book club. That's how it has been for me as well, and many others in this journey. So book club is a really wonderful way, wonderful tool, and to enhance your knowledge. Even if you could not able to read or have not heard about this book, started reading, that's fine. I think you can start in. And then you can, with that this book club will inculcate the interest of reading the book. Okay, so start joining from Monday, coming next Monday onwards, IST time, Monday and Wednesday, and enjoy the book club. That's what the book club is.
So what you want everyone to do is to be encouraging everyone to read. So when they come for the first session, if you acquire this book and then read 30 to 40 pages, first session. Afterwards, thereafter, they tell you how many more pages to read. And so then you come prepared, and then if you read and come, then you can participate in the discussion, right? So that's another added advantage for you to improve your learning. So thank you, Ratanavel, and then definitely we'll have all the facilitators of book clubs introduced. Before we take some questions, and then those of you, before you want to leave, any announcement, Ramesh, for today?
Yes, sir. Yes. Dear friends and masters, Buddha CEO is hosting a free introductory session on meditation and manifestation in Hyderabad today evening at 5:30 to 8 p.m. So please register. Registration link is available on our website. And also we'll be conducting 2-day transformative session workshop on meditation and manifestation tomorrow and Sunday, Saturday and Sunday. It's a quantum creation program. So registration details are available on our website. Please do register. And these sessions are hosted by Chandra sir. So it's a great opportunity to meet Chandra sir in Hyderabad. Whoever is in Hyderabad and nearby places can meet Chandra sir. Thank you all.
Okay. So thank you, Ramesh. Thank you, friends. So those that would like to leave, feel free to do that. We're a little past our time. While we'll continue for some more time to take questions, and anybody would like to share an experience. Yes. Okay.
Good morning, sir. Today I could feel something.
Nice. That's wonderful.
And regarding book club, I need to know, sir, whether we are going to get the soft copy of those books or we need to buy those.
Buy.
Okay.
The authors have put in a lot of effort. The publisher have spent a lot of their money in producing these books.
Yeah.
And so these are not available for free. So we're not able to distribute freely. It's illegal. And so we take time to invest a little bit into getting a better because they've spent so much money. That's our stand on these books, circulating freely or not. Think about it. I didn't think about this in the past, but then when I understood this, then we just invest that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. And sir, we have Santosh Arad. Friends, please introduce yourself when you ask a question. Where are you from and profession? And also, please turn on your videos. So we have Santosh Arad, sir. Please unmute. And we have Geeta Mohan, ma'am. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hi. It's proper rush hour at home. I'm like omnipresent. I'm just taking some time to settle down. Sorry about that. So this question is an extension of what I asked on the first day. So I had asked you like, okay. Can I go ahead, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So I had asked you, I want to experience more bliss. And we had talked about some points on that, like to meditate more and to set intentions during meditation. And we also spoke about experiencing less life. So I'm surprised with that. Do we have to just meditate all the time to experience bliss? And if that's the case, what is the use of that bliss? Why can't we be a package of being busy and being successful and pulling in people into meditation, and as well as being blissful, a package like you?
That's what I said. If what we want is, that's why life is here. Why did we take a human life? We took a human life to experience more, to know our greatness, the greatness of this consciousness. And so we have to experience more. And what is that more is equal to your purpose. They all have come with certain thing. So it's meditation, we align to it, and then we experience it. It's not, bliss is not necessarily the state that you want to go to, because you try to go there, but if it's not your purpose, that what you come here for, you'll never be happy there. That's why people who try to do that and they're not happy, right?
Okay.
It may be some people's design to be that, right? Maybe some people's design to be that, but by default, we're here to experience something. And so we experience it. That's why we say samsara is nirvana. So being here, don't go away, right? And then experience it. What do you experience? Aligning to your purpose. If you have to be a business person doing a business or business, you do that. If you have to be a singer, you do it, right? If you have to be an archaeologist trying to go and discover things, you do it, right? Everything has a place and value. And so then we do what we intend, what we came here to do. What is coming here to do is nothing but what gives us deep happiness. What gives us happiness inside, right? So we're trying to align to it through meditation to gain that clarity.
Okay.
And then we move towards using all the tools of intentions to do that thing, right?
Okay.
So liberation, going to the bliss, which was told, I know you know all of this. I know you know all of this. Going to the bliss, into that moksha state means that I want to be in this blissful state forever, because the ever is there is not necessarily is everybody's life purpose in this lifetime.
Yeah.
But in meditation, when we recognize that there is something far greater is there than happiness, then we start looking at the temporariness of our current experience. So we stay detached to it. That's the key.
Okay.
When we experience something far greater like the bliss, the joy of being there, the connectedness of being there, then we come back and say, what I'm experiencing is so little. Okay. So why am I holding on to it? Why am I just constantly being with this? So we stay detached to the experience and we constantly seek and higher models of pleasure and happiness and the learning. So that's what will happen.
Okay, so there is a sense of attachment as well as a detachment as we practice.
We are very, very attached. But then when we are experiencing these larger things, then you know that there is something far beyond here. So I should not just limit myself to what I'm doing. I got my current work is the most important, so I give all 16 hours to it because I have to earn more money. When you meditate, you experience some bliss. Wow, this is feels so good compared to even my money brought me or my work brought me. And so why am I just getting stuck in this, my work all the time? Let me take that extra 1 hour time to try to do this. And so by doing so, you have already made an initial step of getting detached to what you're doing, right? Getting detached to what you're doing and moving towards more spontaneous things that are coming into your life. Okay. So we start doing more things. That's all it is. Detachment means not getting stuck with things that you're doing. Right? That's important. Then you detached only. That means when you detach, then you move to the next experience. And then by doing more and more experiences, you'll figure out what's important for you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Right. Okay. Srinivas, more group meditations are happening?
Yes, we had a second one last Sunday, right? Now we're going to meet again this Sunday at our place. So we expect around 10 to 15 people to be there. We're not actually, we're still trying to figure out the format and stuff, right? How to expand it to other people. But yeah, so our goal is to have one in person once a week. So Sunday 5:30 to 7:30 is what we're contemplating right now. So.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, this is those group meditations will certainly increase as group discussions and meditations will actually inspire more. That is one way we can maneuver through the change that we want to seek. Come together in a group on a regular basis and then staying connected is inspiring us. So we keep bringing those inspired decisions in that group setting. Individual decision versus group decision. In a group, making the decision to ourselves is helping us to stay through it, bring the change. Thank you for being here. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going. Yeah, definitely, right. I agree. I think when I look at other meditation programs, right, the Buddha CEO and PSSM programs are quite effective because once you go through the 40-day session, you have a lot of sessions, right, that you can join at your convenience. So I think that helps to continue be in that path, right? Be in that journey, listen to other people's experiences, and even if you fall back, for whatever reason, you join these sessions, and then you will start and try to get on track.
Absolutely. Thanks for being the facilitator there, Srinivas, in LA.
Sure.
Thanks. Brigade Garu. Nice to see your message.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chandra.
Yes, sir. Please elaborate more. It's so nice to have you there.
Yeah, I just sent my experience. I mean, you've been talking about this, and I heard from Maheshwari too about this course for 40 days. Like I said in my message, I play golf in the morning. I said, how can I attend this course? So I heard you talking about breaking the habit. Now I can play golf. There are 24 hours in a day. So it's how you plan your day so that you can make best use of the time. So I broke my habit of playing golf in the morning so that I could attend this session. So I thought I could elaborate on that point on breaking the habit and changing your mindset. Yesterday I told one colleague of mine, I said, there is a course, kindly join this course, very good. He said 1.5 hours is too much. So it is again like we can get back our money, but we cannot get back time, is what Patriji said. So 1.5 hours is not at all a lot of time to spend on sharing of knowledge or sharing of experiences or learning about some new subject. Thanks a lot, Chandra. I have many more experiences. I'll keep sharing them so that others also benefit.
Yes, sir. Definitely. We want you to share when the full audience is there.
Yeah.
And there is Brigadier Satyanarayana Garu, who had done an enormous amount of meditation service with Patriji. And we'll hear from him in detail, but he's held so many classes to when he's serving in army and there to many of them in the northern parts of India. In the snow, all the snow worlds of India, right?
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Yes, most certainly would want to hear, and you put main time before 7:30.
Right.
Okay, friends. So thank you all for joining. I'm in Hyderabad, and so we'll those of you there in Hyderabad looking to be part of this program. I'm excited to be doing this in Telugu. The 2-day workshop I'm doing from tomorrow and day after. I'm doing in Telugu first time. And an intro session also will be in Telugu this evening. And many thanks to Telugu Foods for coming together to organize these sessions here. We'll know more later. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, hands raised now.
Possibilities, focus memories, gratitude and go. Your 5-step technique to follow your wildest dreams. What do you believe for yourself? You'll become manifesting has now begun. So who do you want to be? Come on and tell me. Come on and tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Oh. So brand new. You can be a better, you can be a better you. You can be a better, come and be a
Yes, Sarangar.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Yes, are we seeing you between these 3 days?
Yeah, I'm coming tomorrow and day after. Sir.
Wonderful. That's great.
Yeah, me, my wife, and one of my friends is joining, sir.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
Sure.
Sure. Thank you all. Bye, everybody.